A kitchen table in Charlotte, North Carolina, 11:40 at night. A jar of soy wax sitting next to a laptop with 14 browser tabs open. One tab is an Etsy dashboard, another is a bank statement. The numbers on those two screens do not match. 11 months ago, the person sitting at that table was someone else. A 25-year-old working retail, $18 an hour, clocking in at 9, standing behind a register until 5. Driving home thinking, I could do this on my own. And that thought felt like the beginning of something. The first candle she poured was on a Saturday afternoon in late May, posted it on Etsy by Sunday night. Photographed it on a cutting board next to a sprig of dried lavender. The listing went live at 9:14 p.m. And that night, for the first time in a long time, going to sleep felt different. That part of the story is the part everyone shares. The first sale. The screenshot of the Etsy notification. The DM from a stranger saying, I love this. That part is real, and that part lasted about 6 weeks. Here is what came after. Month 1, revenue, $340 from 22 sales. 22 candles at an average of $15.45. She posted about it, friends liked it, it felt like proof. But the Etsy dashboard shows revenue, it does not show cost. Each candle broken down. Soy wax, roughly $2.30 per pound. According to candle industry cost breakdowns from Armitage Candle Company. Fragrance oil, about $1.83 per ounce. Wick, 10 cents. Glass container, $1.96 label, 36 cents. The box it ships in, another $1.40 tissue paper, a sticker, a thank you card. Because that is what the YouTube tutorials say to do. Add it up and the raw material cost per candle lands somewhere around $8.15. That is before Etsy touches it. Etsy charges a 6.5% transaction fee on every sale. According to their published fee schedule, on a $16.99 candle, that is $1.10. Then payment processing, 3% plus 25 cents. That is another 76 cents. Then the listing fee, 20 cents per item. Total platform fees on one candle, roughly $2.06. Materials, $8.15 fees, $2.06. That is $10.21 out of $16.99. Profit per candle, $6.78. She did not know that number in month 1. She knew $340 in revenue and thought, this is working. Month 3. Revenue climbed to $580. More candles, more cents. A second trip to the craft supply store. And then the thing nobody warns you about. The cost of being seen. She opened an Instagram account, posted every day, reels of melting wax. Time-lapses of labels being pressed on close-ups of flames. The algorithm responded the way it always does. It showed her content to 300 people and then asked for money. She put $200 into Instagram ads in month 3. Got likes, got follows. Got 7 sales that she could directly trace back to those ads. 7 sales at $16.99 is $118.93 in revenue on $200 of ad spend. She did not calculate that ratio at the time. She calculated it in month 8. Sitting at the same kitchen table at a different hour of the night. I should say, I am not a financial advisor. This is just what I found when I started looking into it. Your numbers might be totally different, but the structure of this story is not unique. Etsy reported 5.6 million active marketplace sellers as of their 2025 annual report filed with the SEC. 5.6 million people with a shop, a listing, a hope. And according to seller income surveys, 65% of those shops make less than $100 a year. Based on aggregated data from InsightAgent and other Etsy seller analytics platforms. Not $100 a month, $100 a year. The median Etsy seller earns $574 a month in revenue. Revenue, not profit. And here is the part that changes the math entirely. The thing that separates Etsy revenue from what you actually keep is not just materials and fees. It is time. Month 6, the kitchen table again, but now there are shipping labels on one side and a pile of returns on the other. She has made roughly $2,800 in total revenue over 6 months. She has spent about $1,600 on materials, about $440 on Etsy fees, and by now, $1,200 on Instagram and Facebook ads that brought in about $400 in traceable sales. You close the calculator app. You open it again 10 minutes later. The ad math is the part that breaks most small sellers. Average cost per click on Instagram runs between 40 cents and $2. According to WordStream's 2026 advertising benchmarks. For a handmade candle shop competing against thousands of other handmade candle shops, that click does not guarantee a sale. Industry conversion rates for small e-commerce hover around 1.5% to 3%. That means you pay for 60 to 70 clicks to get 1 or 2 orders. 1 or 2 orders at $16.99. Out of $40 to $140 in ad spend. She did not learn this from a class, she learned it from the bank statement. And this is the number that should have been in the business plan from the beginning. But almost never is time. Month 8. She is making candles in the evening after a part-time job she picked up because the Etsy income was not enough. She tracks her hours for the first time, pouring, curing, labeling, photographing, listing, packing, shipping, answering customer messages, handling the one return where the glass cracked in transit and she refunded the full amount plus paid return shipping. She logged roughly 22 hours a week on candle-related work. 22 hours a week. In month 8, she sold 71 candles. Revenue $1,206. Costs, materials $578. Etsy fees roughly $146. Shipping she covered on about half the orders added another $160. Ad spend she had cut back to $100 a month. Total costs $984. Profit for the month, $222. She worked 88 hours that month on the business. $222 divided by 88 hours is $2.52 an hour. Nobody lost their job because of this. No law was broken. The platform processed $12.6 billion in consolidated gross merchandise sales in 2024 and collected roughly $2.8 billion in revenue from marketplace and services fees. According to their SEC filing, that is worth sitting with for a second. A parking lot outside a post office, 3 boxes in the back seat. A sticker on each one that says "Handmade with Love." The gas to get to the post office costs more than the profit on one of those candles. Month 9 and 10 blurred together. She tried a holiday collection. Pumpkin spice, cinnamon bark, cranberry something, bought new fragrance oils in bulk. The bulk discount saved her about 11 cents per candle. She spent $340 on inventory she has not fully sold through. And then the part nobody talks about on the side hustle internet. Self-employment tax. The IRS charges 15.3% on 92.35% of net earnings from self-employment. When she worked retail at $18 an hour, her employer paid half of Social Security and Medicare. Now she pays both halves on a year where her net profit is generously $3,000. That is another $423 she did not see coming. And health insurance. At the retail job, the store covered a portion. Now she is on the ATA marketplace. For a self-employed individual earning around $30,000 a year from combined income, subsidized premiums on a silver plan can range from roughly $100 to $289 a month depending on net income and location. According to Solo Covered's 2026 Guide for Etsy Sellers. Even at the lower end, that is over $1,000 a year. At the higher end, that is $3,468 a year, more than her entire annual candle profit. I thought I understood how this worked. I was off by about $3,000. Month 11, the current month. She sits at the kitchen table with a spreadsheet she built herself because the Etsy dashboard does not show what she needs to see. Total revenue over 11 months, approximately $8,600. Total hard costs, materials, fees, shipping, ads, packaging, approximately $6,100. That leaves $2,500 in gross profit before self-employment tax and before health insurance and before the value of her own time. $2,500 for 11 months of work. She averaged about 20 hours a week across those 11 months. That is roughly 960 hours. 2,500 divided by 960, $2.60 an hour. The retail job paid $18, and this is where the real unit economics land. She sells a candle for $16.99, materials cost $8.15. Platform fees take $2.06. Shipping on orders where she offered free shipping averaged $4.50 per unit. Ad spend allocated across all units adds about 90 cents per candle. Total cost per candle, $15.61. Net margin per candle, $1.38, $1.38. And that is before she counts her time, her taxes, her health care, the gas to the post office, the packaging tape, the printer ink for the labels, the monthly subscription to Canva for the Instagram posts. To match her old hourly rate of $18 an hour, she would need to produce, list, photograph, package, and ship roughly 13 candles per hour. Her actual throughput is about 1.8 candles per hour. The gap between 1.8 and 13 is not a hustle gap. It is a math gap. Here is what I want to be clear about. This is not a story about someone who failed. This is a story about someone who succeeded at making candles and did not succeed at making money. Those are two different things. And the distance between them is filled with costs that are invisible on Instagram, but visible on a bank statement. 50% of Etsy sellers earn under $1,000 a year in revenue, based on seller analytics data compiled by Insight Agent, not profit revenue. The first year on Etsy, according to seller surveys, the average new shop brings in somewhere between $300 and $1,800 total. That is before materials, fees, shipping, ads, taxes, healthcare, and time. About 20% of small businesses close within their first year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Business Employment Dynamics data. But this person's shop is not failing. It is open. It has reviews. It has repeat customers. It has a 4.9 star rating. The shop is a success by every metric except the one that pays rent. The candle burns, the wax melts, and the thing that is actually being consumed is not the wax. You are scrolling right now. You have probably seen the posts. The flat lay of products next to a cup of coffee, the screenshot of a Shopify or Etsy notification, the caption that says I quit my 9-to-5 and I have never been happier, and you have felt something. A pull, a what if, a version of yourself sitting at a kitchen table with a laptop and a dream, and no boss. That feeling is real, and it costs money to maintain. There is nothing wrong with selling candles on Etsy. There is nothing wrong with wanting to work for yourself. But wanting it and being able to afford it are two different lines on two different spreadsheets. And the space between them is filled with numbers that do not show up in the Instagram version of the story. The person in Charlotte is still making candles, still listing them, still going to the post office with boxes in the back seat. They have not quit. They have also not made a profit that would survive contact with a tax return. This is the part where some people expect me to say what to do. I am not going to do that. What I will say is that the numbers are public. The fees are published. The IRS rate is 15.3%. The platform takes its cut first. And the spreadsheet does not care about your passion. The kitchen table in Charlotte, the laptop still open. The wax has cooled. The jar is ready to ship. The label says handmade with love. The spreadsheet says $1.38. Both of those things are true at the same time.